the Fujifilm X100VI, one of the most sought after cameras ever made. And here are a few reasons why I think you should consider getting it too. Number 1, look how beautiful this camera is. Come on, this has got to be one of the nicest cameras you've ever seen, and it has that retro feel, so it feels kind of old at the same time, kind of new. Second thing, it's very convenient. The weight of it is so nice. If you have cameras like full frame cameras or even like my Fujifilm X-T4, this is so much lighter. I can just hang this on my wrist all day and it doesn't really feel like anything. Whereas even if I'm using the X-T4 with just another small lens, I do feel the weight. And another thing is the size of this is so small, you can just put it in your pocket and go. You don't also have to decide on what lens you have to choose because it's a fixed lens. Just the convenience of this camera is amazing. Third thing is the 40 megapixels and the IBIS. So for me, this is actually perfect. I tend to crop into my photos quite a bit because there are times in street photography that you just can't get that moment, but you do kind of get the tail end or just the beginning of that photo. And to make the photo look even better, you do have to crop in. And having a 40 megapixels allows you to play around with that photo a lot. As well as IBIS, because I tend to love doing panning shots, having an IBIS makes the photo a lot more clear, a lot more stable as well. Fourth thing is the many film simulations this camera has, including the Reala Ace film simulation that was first introduced in the GFX 100 Mark II, and there's new updates on the Fuji X-H2S that allows you to use Reala Ace now. So if you love just shooting JPEG and you don't want to have to spend the time on editing your photos, these are for you. Almost all Fujifilm cameras are for you. Fifth thing is the new and improved video features on this camera. It can now shoot at 6.2K at 24 frames per second. I don't even shoot at 6.2K. The video you're watching right now is shot at 4K and I export it at 1080p. I don't even shoot at 6.2K, you don't even need it. This camera exceeds your expectation, and if you love slow motion, it can shoot 240 frames at 1080. That's actually what I'm looking for. So I don't really need anything more than this. And it also has F-Log1 and F-Log2, which is the more improved F-Log on Fujifilm cameras. Sixth thing is the built-in flash as well as the built-in ND filter on this camera. It's so convenient that it's built in, so when it's really bright out, you just click one button and then there's an ND filter. You don't have to add additional ND filters. And when it's really dark out and you're out with a group of friends and you want to take some really nice photos, very retro feel, turn on this flash. It's only like 2 buttons away and your photos will look lit. And lastly, it's very customizable because everyone loves the look of this, but they do want their own kind of style and taste to this camera. There are so many third-party companies that make this very customizable, including something like this JJC lens hood. This is pretty much the exact same thing as a Fujifilm lens hood, but probably a fourth of the price. So many companies have created their own thing to make this more customizable. I've ordered some from Small Rig. I'm using this JJC. I got filters from other companies. So it just to make it more my style, and this camera fits it perfectly, including the camera strap to make this look a bit more retro. And also, Godox have come out with really nice flashes that can suit this camera perfectly. I'll hopefully get one and to review it for you guys, but we'll see. Anyway, these are just a few reasons why I think you should consider getting this camera. But there are a few things where I'm not completely satisfied with this camera, and I did mention it in another video, which is in one of these corners. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks, and I'll see you guys next time.